Two straight this time. And this may run away. Absolutely does run away. Bernard Scholz with a full dive. Isn't going to be able to stop that. Loose delivery from Lungameni and punished by Shreyasmova.
Yeah, just needed to get a little bit of bat on it, didn't he? Shreyasmova picks up his first boundary. I'll ease the nerves a little bit. Coming back into the international scene. And yeah, just down the leg side. A little bit of movement there as well. Back into the right-hander. Does he pierce the gap of the boards? No, he doesn't on that occasion.
Through the offside this time. And another single. A good over for Canada. 30 overs gone. It's 124 for 4. And very good at being today. I'm a little upset because back in the day, that was up as none of it on cricket. After cricket, I've only played about 2 years. Never really to make a little handmade summit of all the stats on cricket. I'm like, you went everything out of you.
15 years. It's a lot of years.
15 years, and it was only the last tour that I played, the last qualifier that those T20s counted as T20. Internationals, and I suppose the global qualifiers, the qualifiers before. But yeah, everything else before that really just doesn't count for much.
And you can really talk up those stats, can't you? Say, don't look at my cricket info profile. Just wait till you see all I've done before and after. This is the chance. Don't run on a misfield. Never run on a misfield. And Dylan Leiker. Slight misfield there, and Zane Green and Shreyasmova, the Wicketkeepers Club, just high-fiving each other, saying all is well. Nicole Lofty-Eaton back into the attack. I'm surprised we haven't seen Erasmus yet.
I do find that he doesn't bowl himself nearly enough because he is very efficient, very effective for Namibia, and definitely a very good spin option. We didn't see him bowl at all during the warm-ups either.
I just wonder if he's carrying maybe a niggle in the shoulder or the arm. Lofty-Eaton, though. He's doing his work. And again, this is a good stop there. There he is, the captain. Erasmus called into action. The shoulder looked okay there, didn't it? Second leading wicket taker for Namibia. I thought I'd see him more often. Big stride forward from Shreyasmova. Just to wrap on the stats conversation, Manali, the one thing I did when I played is I knew my bowling figures. Knew what I went for, knew how many wickets, knew how many wides, and just helped me stay focused while I was bowling. The rest of the stuff, couldn't care. Once the game ended, did not care whatsoever. Another good over from Lofty-Eaton. Just a single coming off of it. Canada, 125 for 4 after 31.
Good over by Lofty-Eaton to try and balance out the over before. A little bit expensive from Lungameni, the over before. And again, they continue to keep that run rate in check, Namibia. He rotates his bowlers often and quite effectively, Gerard Erasmus.
Yeah, just trying to think, Jan Freiling doesn't really bowl much anymore, does he? Mainly a batter now. Started out more of as a bowling all-rounder. Now has transitioned to an out-and-out batter, batting in the top order. You'll see him at number 3. 6 bowlers used so far, just the 1 over for Dylan Leiker. 3 left-arm seamers in Lungameni. Trumpelman and Smith. And the 2 spinners in Bernard Scholz and Lofty-Eaton. Surprised we haven't seen Erasmus yet. Well, as Lingamini is running up, and Shrasmova saying, I don't know what you're running in for. I'm not ready.
I gotta be honest, the bowler side of me, major pet peeve with batters who are slow to get ready on their mark. Especially the ones who are fooling around with their gloves every delivery. In the gap, outside edge, and a single picked up. As a bowler, you want that rhythm. You want to get back to your next delivery. You want to get that next delivery in, and the next one, and the next one. Especially as a spinner. You don't want that waiting in between.
And then the flip side of it, as a batter, you want to slow down the bowler. You want to throw him off the rhythm. Certain bowlers just like to turn around and run in.
Wait on.
Yeah, it's mind games too, isn't it? Slow the game down, try and throw, whether it's the batter or the bowler, off that rhythm, off that concentration.
Especially with somebody like a Bernard Schultz, who gets through his overs so quickly. When you're losing wickets, before you know it, five to six overs could be gone in a hurry. This one into the offside by Harsh Thakur. They're running hard. Should just be the single. Trumpelman is there. Strong arm from Trumpelman. Right on the money. This is good for Mova and Harsh Thakur. Just get the couple of singles off the over. Occasional odd boundary. And the last thing they need here is to lose another wicket. Can you get to the 40th over? Get to 170 maybe. 175 after 40. They'll be the happy side at that point. 6 wickets in hand. Really give themselves a platform to work off of. On the drive, just not quite getting there. Straight to Erasmus. Talked about 240, 250 Manali on this surface. First day at King City is always the best time to bat, isn't it? Starts to get drier and drier as the days go on, and the spinners come into action. Thought it was a good toss to lose for Canada this morning with only going in with 2 seamers. Shriyasmova into the leg side. They're running hard. They should come back for 2. It will be 2. I think their spinners will be called upon early and often in the second innings. Pitched up into the hitting arc and finds the gap, pierces the gap straight into the sight screen, beating Leiker and Myberg. Boundary early in the over here. Just what the doctor ordered for Harsh Thakur. And just looking at the bowling card, 4 overs left for Trumpelman, 4 overs left for Lungamini. The offside for a single. 2 overs left for Smith, 2 overs left for Schultz. They're going to do a lot of the work towards the latter half. But I suspect with potentially two left-handers yet to come in Zuffer and Ahmadzai, we'll see Erasmus bowl to them. Until I hear something different, I have no idea why he hasn't bowled as of yet.
As he brought out the googly. Decent over this, though, for Canada, as they've now picked up 6 runs off of it. The boundary always helps, doesn't it? Especially when it's the first ball of the over.
It really sets up the over for the batting side. But it has been a good comeback from Lofty Eaton. 6 runs coming off that over. Have a look at that bowling card again. Got 8 overs left between Lingamini and Trumpelman. Dylan Liker, I don't think we will see him again. Just the 1 over for him. So 12 overs to go between the top 4 there, if my math is correct. Lofty Eaton, I suspect, will continue. And Ruben Trumpelman, he went for a few in his first 2 overs, but came back really strong in his next 4. And he's going to be the man, I suspect, towards the latter half of this innings that's going to have to do a lot of the work. Lingamini will be to continue. The bowl is 7th. Slip still in place. There's a gully in place as well. And this one's popped up, and that's his wicket. That's a wicket for Lingamini, as easy as you like. Big wicket. And that of Shreyas Mova. These two, they were looking good. They were looking to build that partnership. And out of nowhere, Lingamini picks up the wicket of Shreyas Mova.
He did not look impressed with himself at all, Shreyas Mova. He's been toiling hard for a wicket here, Lingamini. And it's the length. Pulled it back ever so slightly. Didn't judge that extra bit of bounce, Shreyas Mova. And pops an easy catch back to Lingamini. They continue to pick up wickets here, Namibia. Shreyas Mova, not a good comeback for him after the injury. 14 off 25 deliveries for him. In a little bit of trouble here, Canada, as we see Jaskran Buttar getting ready to come in. They're going to take a quick drinks break here as well, and we'll be back momentarily.
Go to the other side. Take it to the other side. This. Blue is okay. Okay.
Let's go, gentlemen. Where are we going? Yes, excellent. Let's finish over, boy. You back now, right? You just came. JJ. Ump center. Center.
Back live now. Jessica and Batar into bat. Lingamini now on 49 one-day international wickets for him. He's deserved the wicket, you would have to say, Manali. He's toiled hard all day. Minimum luck. His luck changed on that delivery, picking up the big wicket of Shreyas Mova.
Always rewarding, especially for your pace bowlers. They come in, they run in, they steam in on every single delivery, and this is a big shout. Umpire says not out. Potentially going down leg here.
That's a close shout. That's a close shout. It did come back into the right-hander, and just sometimes with Lingamini tends to just fall, his wrist tends to fall towards what would be the offside of the right-hander. On that occasion, he gets it right, gets some shape back in, and Manali, I think that might have been out.
I'm thinking maybe height might be a question there. Maybe crunched through the offside. And the reason I say height is because Jaskar Buttar is a very tall character. And he was struck around that knee roll, maybe just a little bit higher than that knee roll. But a very good shout indeed.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get one more look at that when we get a moment. But it was a very close shout from Lingamini. Harry Greywall there from Vancouver, Canada. Hasn't had much work to do, but he was called into action there. Harsh Thakur now becomes the all-important man for Canada. We had a little bit of discussion at the drinks break, Manali, about Jaskar and Buttar walking out there at number 7. I was against it. You were for it. Tell me your reasoning.
I know we had this discussion. You said, well, you're expecting Saad Zafar to go out there. I feel like Jaskar and Buttar might be a better option, in my opinion, partly because I think he's a better bat than Saad bin Zafar. He's a little bit more well-rounded in his ability to bat. He's also got the bigger shots if they need to come out. Saad bin Zafar, don't get me wrong, very handy with the bat as well. As we see the 34th over rounded off, 136 for 5. I just feel Jaskar Buttar is more of a batter than Saad bin Zafar is.
Have another look at this LBW before we continue that discussion. You'd have to say it's in line here. It's definitely pitched in line with the stumps. It's come back. No stride. He's in the crease, Manali. So no stride. And hitting him below the knee roll. I think that's hitting top of middle. Having another look. Great work there from our cameraman and our director.
I think with the slow-mo I stand corrected. That was a really good shout.
Yeah, and
As
I
our
think our director
director
agrees.
Slightly animated, I think. Mayor, our director, just coming in front of where we're seated to come and show us the finger. Listen, tough work being an umpire on any given day. They don't have the luxury of the replays that we have. It's quick reaction time, and they've got to make a decision in a split second.
Yeah, and just to confirm, it was the out finger that he gave us. Just want to make that clarification. But Bernard Schultz back into the attack. They're on the attack here in Namibia. They know this is a big wicket. But yeah, I'm not sure I agree with the thinking that Buttar is a better batter than Saad Zafar. I'd say he's a better hitter of the ball, can hit the long ball and really get the scoreboard moving. But the couple of reasons why I would have sent Zafar in beforehand is A, the left-hander, get the left-hand, right-hand combination back for Canada. And two, Zafar's busy. He likes to rotate the strike. That's what you need right now. As Harsh Talker wants a single, it's not there. Bitar turning his back on him. And rightfully sent back. The last thing you need here is a run.
To have that fielder in the deep, we saw Yuvraj Samra hold out to Trumpelman in similar fashion. That was the lefty. And now a life to Jaskaran Buttar, which would be very, very expensive if he gets going. Can hit a long ball, certainly has the power to do it, and can do it consistently as well.
Yeah, he certainly can. As having a conversation as we see the end of the 35th. We'll get the scorecard updated here in just a moment. But Bernard Schultz, he's ended his 9th over. He's only got one more to go. Should have had 2. Just has 1 to his name. But they were doing some range hitting, both these sides, yesterday at the end of their practice. Got word from one of our men that were here. As you have a look at the batting card, Ali Abbasi and Samra. Samra didn't start well, but he got his groove going. 30 off 38, 46 off 66 for Abbasi. Pargat Singh as well. I have to say, he tried to get going. Nicholas Curtin, not much to write home about. Shreyas Mova, he'd be disappointed with getting out on that occasion. But Harsh Talker, he's still out there, 18 off 34. The important man, not Saad Zafar and Ahmadzai, they can bat. So still some batting left for Canada. No, this is the last thing you need. And Trumpelman gets another chance. And Trumpelman takes a brilliant catch. And Harsh Talker, you'd have to be mightily disappointed, gifting Lungamini with his 50th ODI wicket.
2 bowlers picking up their 50th wicket. Lungamani this time. And what a catch this was by Trumpelman. Dropped a sitter in the over before. Bernard Schultz is going to be a little upset with him over that, but what a catch this is. Not where he intended the ball to go. Thick outside edge, and an excellent catch by Trumpelman. He's a big unit. For him to dive, airborne, diving forward, made it look very easy. And now Canada in all sorts of trouble. 138 for 6. With still 14.5 overs to go in this innings. They're in all sorts of trouble here.
I just don't get the thinking behind that shot, Manali. The state that you're at in this innings at 138 for 5 when he played that shot. Looking to hit Lungamini straight over the top. The ball wasn't there. It wasn't as full as he thought. Just super... utterly disappointing. And Harsh Talker, You would have to be very, very disappointed with that shot. And a surprise for Canada. And as for Saad Zafar, maybe even Shahid Ahmadzai. Instead, it's going to be Shivam Sharma.
This is an interesting move. Very interesting. Just take a look at this batting card again. And when you look at the top order, that's not enough runs that you expect from your top order batters. Getting close to his half century, Ali Abbasi, he tried, but everyone after that, just nowhere close to enough runs that you would expect from your top order. You want the half centuries up at the top. You want the centuries up at the top. It makes it so much easier for the batters to follow when that platform is laid. And that's where Canada's taken a hit. That batting lineup just not giving the reward in terms of runs.
Yeah, and I think the other side of that, Manali, is after the first 10, they were really helped in the first few overs by Trumpelman. And after that first 10, there's been no flow to this innings whatsoever. Ali Abbasi, he was 34 off 24. He ended up being 46 off 60-odd deliveries and just really lost the flow to his innings. I keep using that word, but there was no rhythm whatsoever since then. It's been all Namibia. They've been on top. And Shivam Sharma there, again, I'm not sure what he's doing out there at number 8, ahead of Zafar and Ahmadzai, but he gets off the mark nonetheless. And Lungamini here, picking up his 50th wicket. Confidence levels would be mighty high.
Taking a look at that run up again, just that follow through. But you talking about rhythm and how that pace has completely changed as the innings has progressed in those first 10 overs. It's the dot balls for me. When you're not rotating the strike, when you're not consistently facing bat on ball and getting those singles and doubles, that rhythm takes a hit. Then there's too much pressure. And that's where those risks come into play. A little bit of extra bounce this time from Lungameni. And we saw a big lull in between as well when we had Shreyas Mova batting with Harsh Tucker. Just too many dot balls, not enough intent. And we bring up that word time and time again, but intent makes a big difference in how not only you score, but also how you're perceived by the opposition in the middle, whether they're on top of you or whether you're pushing back.
Well left on that occasion, and the big right arm quick for Canada, just acknowledging Lungamini there. Saying it was a good delivery. And yeah, Manali, I think you're spot on. We talked about this with Abbasi especially. Going from 34 off 24 deliveries to, I believe at one point he was 38 off 46. So 22 deliveries with just 4 runs coming off of it. Especially after losing the wicket of Samra, the rhythm was gone. And he just didn't look the same after his first 24 deliveries. Nonetheless, 36 overs gone. Lungamini, a successful over for him. Canada now 139 for 6 and in all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, they've dug themselves into a hole here, Canada. Credit to some really good bowling from Namibia. Good balance between the pacers and the spinners. And the bowling changes have been spot on by their skipper. And to think that Canada's 6 down after some of the chances that they've been offered, haven't been able to capitalize on some of those chances, the Canadian batters. And now, with still 14 overs to go in this contest, they need to find runs. They need to find about 100 to 120 runs more in the last 14 overs.
Yeah, and it was, again, just a 1-over spell for Bernard Schultz. Lofty Eaton back into the attack now. 1 for 14 off his 4 overs. Just into the offside from Shivam Sharma. I think if you're in Namibia, you've got to go for the kill here. Got to try and get these 4 wickets. Keep Canada low. Don't let them get to the 45th, 46th over with wickets in hand. Try and cut the partnership here if you can in the next couple of overs. Maybe it's time for a Trumpelman. Maybe even bring Smith back. But Lofty Eaton it is going to be. Batar 2 off 9. Shivam Sharma new to the crease, 2 off 4. That's a loud appeal. That's a loud appeal. I said you need to break this partnership. Just sliding on the arm from Lofty Eaton and Sean Haig, making no mistake, one of the easiest decisions you'll ever have.
Very disappointing, this. Disappointing shot from Jaskran Buttar. It wasn't the short.
They've dug themselves a hole. And you have to say, it's been good bowling, but there's been a lot of mistakes by the Canadians. They've helped the Namibians get back into this game.
Halfway.
Just the top spinner there, maybe even a flipper from Lofty Eaton. Tough to tell from our angle. Just went on with the arm. He was disappointed, Jessica and Buttar. He looked at the wicket. I don't think the wicket had anything to do with that dismissal. It was just a miscalculation. It wasn't as short as he thought it was. And again, losing the toss this morning, Nicholas Curtin. He has a tendency to lose the toss, doesn't he? I thought it was a blessing in disguise to bat first, especially after the first 10 overs. Short on this occasion, and Zuffer will get off the mark. Should just be a single. It looked like it was a blessing in disguise, didn't it, after the first 10 overs, Canada going so well. But now, they haven't helped themselves. They built the platform up front. They built the platform up front, and now it's just, again, the innings has gone nowhere.
Well, we've spoken about how important the series is going to be for all three of these sides. As we see another tidy over, 2 runs and a wicket to Lofty Eaton, and 37 overs gone. It's 141 for 7. We speak about how important this series is going to be, especially for these two, Namibia and Canada. Scotland sitting at number 3. They're still in that comfortable 1 to 4 position. Yeah. But these two, getting towards the business end of this league, have to pull off some wins here. Canada is well and truly at risk of losing that ODI status if they don't turn things around.
I think the other side of it, is they were top of the table after the first 2 rounds. They've now lost 5 in a row going into this game. They lost 4 matches down in the U.S. against the USA and Oman down in Florida. And the last time these two played before then, Namibia got over the top of them as well. They split the games down in Namibia, Canada and Namibia did. But in the subsequent T20 series, Namibia won both the games against Canada. So they've got the upper hand in the last 3 times they faced off, whether it's in the T20 or ODI format. And I've been asking for him. I've been seeing, where is he? And there he is, the captain, Erasmus, into the attack. Maybe he was just waiting for Saad Zuffer, the left-hander, to come in.
Yeah, they've had a couple of rough series. I apologize, losing my words there. They've had a few rough series, Canada. About the last 4 rounds of them have really been a struggle for Canada. And when we talk about this ODI status and why it's so important, that's going to be wide, and it's going to run away all the way as well. Missing his line here, Gerard Erasmus, and Canada will appreciate the free boundary. It's the funding that it brings, isn't it? It's the games that it brings. You're constantly playing cricket with that ODI status. And it's hard to get it back once you lose it. You're going back into the third tier, and then you've got to work your way back up to get it back. So you really don't want to go backwards at this point after regaining that ODI status a couple of years ago.
Oh, yes.
Spot on, Manali. And I think going into the first couple of rounds of this World Cricket League 2, there was a lot of stability in the Canadian side, wasn't there? With Puvidu Desanaika taking over as coach and Saad Zafar as captain.
Wait and see, wait and see.
They had a settled side going into those games, into the T20 World Cup as well. And since then, we've seen a changing of the guard a little bit in Nicholas Curtin taking over as captain. Don't forget, it was Navneet Dhaliwal who captained them in the last few games down in Florida. He's no longer in the side either. We've seen a couple of different coaches as well. So that stability from the Canadian side is gone, and it's shown on the field. The positioning of the players, the roles of the players, the roles of the coaches. It's been a lot of changing of the guard. It hasn't helped the cricket on the field. And they've got to find a way to turn this around here. Saad Zafar plays this under the offside. He's going to be able to come back for two.
Yeah, you make a really good point about that whole stability and that environment that you're giving the players as well, isn't it? Because when you've got too many changes too quickly, whether that is coaching staff, whether that is your squad, it's really hard for a team to settle and to gel together. And that camaraderie has a massive impact on how you're going to go and perform as a team. Tidy over, 38 overs gone. It's a 148 for 7. And when we speak about that team culture and that team environment, it's very evident when a team has been playing for a while, they've gelled together, there's good understanding between the players, and the lack of it, very obvious at times.
Yeah, certainly. And I think when it comes down to it, you look on the flip side of Namibia. Yeah, the performances haven't been there, but there's been stability. Craig Williams is coach. Erasmus is captain for a long time, a leader with both bat, ball, and in the field. As Lofty Eaton continues here to Shivam Sharma. They know their game so well. They might not have the exposure and the quality as some of the other sides, but Namibia, they play well together. They've been an ODI team for a long time, and it's been consistency for them. And if any team could turn it around here and get into those top 4, you would have to say here, Namibia might be the one.
Well, another thing that we haven't really looked at, when we spoke about the amount of cricket that the associates are getting to play, not just in the League 2 structure, but also in the T20. What's happened? Oh, they're going to pick up a single here. Slight misfield and good awareness by the batters. Something that's also changed with the T20 format taking over is all these leagues that have popped up in terms of franchise cricket. You've seen quite a few of the Namibian players playing around the world and playing against better competition at times, playing alongside full member countries, full member players, and all of that is adding on to that experience that they're building and that confidence that they're getting in being able to perform at that optimal level.
And you talk about that with the Scotland side, who we're going to see here in a couple of days' time. They've got a few fresh faces, but the core of their side has been relatively the same for a number of years. They know their game so well, and you're just sort of injecting little pieces here and there. And for Canada, there's been a bit of chopping and changing, as you mentioned, and that just leads to instability all around. The top of the order is a prime example of that. With Yuvraj Samra and Ali Abbasi, a new partnership here at the top of the order for Canada. Jaskaran Buttar on ODI debut here as well. Noah Akil Kumar. And it's just, it's showing on the field of play, and they've got to find a way to turn this around. Just looking back at World Cricket League 2, Canada, the first 4 games, they won outright. They beat Scotland and the UAE comfortably in all 4 of those games. Harsh Thakur with back-to-back hundreds. Then they lost 4 in a row. They then ended up winning 5 out of 7 games. 2 of those 7 games, they were no result or abandoned. And then they've lost 5 in a row again. So they're 9 for 9 with 2 no results. And it's just, again, they just seem to find these. Back of a length delivery from Trumpelman back into the attack. They just seem to find themselves either going one way or another. There hasn't been any sort of consistency that they consistently win for a couple of games and they consistently lose for a couple of games. And momentum has a funny way of kicking in, whether it's on the positive side or the negative side. He's back now, and he's just been a bit wide to the left-hander, Dharma. 1 delivery to go here before the 40th over, Manali. We're just about to get into the last 10. And, of course, there'll be an extra man that will go out in the last 10. 157 for 7. What does Canada need to do to get to... I don't think they'll get to par. They'll likely fall short of that, but what do they need to do in the last 10?
Wait.
As we see the last ball, just a dot ball. So 157 for 7 it is after 40 overs. A couple of good deliveries mixed in there, in between some indifferent ones from Ruben Trumpelman in that over. 10 to go. Canada, they have to some way to go here to get to a par total.
You've asked me that question. It's really difficult as a side, isn't it, to get to a respectable total when you're 7 down. You still have plenty of overs in hand. 10 whole overs to come in the contest or in this first innings. But when you're 7 wickets down, you're pushed against a wall. Most of your batters are back in the pavilion. You're now working with your tail-enders and your part-time bats. They've lost wickets in clumps. Apart from the first wicket of Yuvraj Samra, around the 12-over mark, they've gotten wickets in clumps of 3, Namibia, and that's what's been the game changer for Namibia. Despite that slower start, when you pick up 3 wickets in close succession at any given time against any side, it's going to peg them back. Lofty Eaton into the attack. And for the last 10 overs, I think Canada, they still need a rebuilding phase for the next 2 or 3 overs between these two. Just try and get about 4 to 5 runs an over. And leave yourself with about 5 to 6 overs in the end to be a bit more attacking. But at the moment, if they lose another wicket here, it's going to be complete chaos because there really isn't much batting to come for Canada after this.
Yeah, and I think the blessing of the last 10 is there's plenty of gaps out there for the twos. You saw Saad Zafar looking for the big shot off the first delivery. Not needed at this stage. Pick up a couple of twos in and over. Pick up a single here and there. Minimal risk until the 45th over is what I would say. Can you get to 180, 190, and then just launch?
Coming back over.
Again, just struggling to get that ball away. Saying 4 to 5 runs and over, rotate that strike, but when you've got so much dot ball pressure building, it just makes it difficult. He's still got another 3 overs after this. Lofty Eaton, 2 for 19 in his 6.3 overs. And this is the difference. And when you get to the higher levels, the chances of getting bad balls decreases significantly. So you've got to be able to score your runs off of good deliveries. And that doesn't necessarily always mean a release shot or an aggressive shot. You still have to be able to manipulate the field. And if you can't do that, then you end up in slumps such as this.
And another dive for Lofty Eaton. Manali, so add that to your tally. You're 100% correct in that. And I think that where we haven't really seen, we'll see it with Scotland surely, is the sweeps coming out. And Erasmus with a misfield. Rare misfield for Erasmus. Allows them to come back for 2. So they get 3 off the over. Lofty Eaton 2 for 22 off his 7. 41 overs gone now. Canada 160 for 7. And especially against the spinners, Manali, what the sweep shots allow you to do is maneuver the field. The reverse and the regulation doesn't mean it has to go for a boundary. As you see some of the Canadian fans coming in. It's a beautiful day to watch some cricket. Sweaters are out in there. The sun is out, but it is a beautiful day. The sweaters are out as well. Trying to find some shade. A laptop out there as well, getting some work done while you watch some cricket. There's a little young fan there as well, just enjoying a day in the grass.
Waiting.
Better length from Trumpelman to start this over. Very tall individual. Big broad shoulders as well. How much of an impact do you think height makes for pace bowlers? Because we've seen some really quick, short pace bowlers as well. But you don't get that extra bit of bounce off the surface. Good shot this. And it's going to produce a boundary for Canada. Much needed boundary this. And Saad Zafar on the offensive this time. Continuing to add to the troubles for Trumpelman.
Yeah, I think he's taken that drop down the order a little personally here. Coming in at number 9. Just getting that right leg out of the way. Freeing up those arms. Just had the one man to beat in Myberg. Get it over him. It's 4 runs every day of the week.
Tight line. Won't pierce the gap through the offside. There'll be a dot. Yeah, what are some of the, as a pace bowler, what are some of the key elements and differences between the height aspect of bowlers?
Yeah, it bounce is the big one, right? And I think if there is any extra bounce there, somebody like a Ruben Trumpelman, even a Dylan Hayliger, they'll extract it. But what you get with some of the shorter bowlers that don't have the prowess of height is they can, especially with if they have some pace, they can tend to be a little bit skiddy, and the short ball tends to get on you a little bit quicker than somebody coming in from that height. You almost expect it. But somebody like a Trumpelman, his natural length is back of a length. Just there. They put 2 gullies in place right before that delivery, Manali. They put 2 gullies in place, wide for a slip, and Saad Zafar found the gap.
Beautifully bisected, right between those 2 fielders. Is a very classy bat. Saad Zafar does come in lower in the order, but definitely has the ability to score runs and has a very mature head on his shoulders as well. I suppose Akhil Kumar was that skiddy option for Canada. Not part of the side right now, but short and quick.
Yeah, certainly, and he's got a little bit of pace, doesn't he, Akil Kumar? But I will say, Manali, and maybe I'm going out of my way to say this, I'm actually kind of happy he's not in this side for his development. And the reason I say that is he's a brilliant batter, isn't he, Akil Kumar? And just unfortunately in the makeup of this Canadian side, he's limited in his development because he's just limited to being a bowler, a third option with the ball and batting lower down the order. I want to see him develop his batting and become a true all-rounder and make this side as a batting all-rounder, as a third.
Still got a lot of games to come, so they want to be a little careful with that, manage that injury, because he's a big part of this batting lineup for Namibia. Watchful by Sharma.
Yeah, he's going to be needed with the ball as well later on in this tournament, or in these few games. these wickets at King City, they will start to turn more and more as the days go on and as the games go on. Brilliant end to the spell for Bernard Schultz. 1 for 33. Unlucky not to pick up a couple more wickets. Nonetheless, his day's done with the ball. Canada 172 for 7 after 43 overs.
A little difficult for Bernard Schultz not picking up those extra wickets, as you mentioned. A couple of chances going down off his bowling, but he's been economical. And had Namibia held on to those 2 chances, I think it would have been an even more difficult story for Canada today. They would have struggled to get to about 150 because that was very early on in the innings. They've worked their way up to 172 here, Canada. 7 overs to go in the innings. They've got to get over that 220 mark at the very least to put some pressure on Namibia. As we see Tangeni Lungameni come back into the attack. Picked up 2 important wickets today, Lungameni. Worked into the leg side. And this is what he's really good at, Saad Zafar. He manipulates the field very well.
Yeah, and this is exactly why I was asking him to bat at number 7. He's a busy cricketer. And just, again, with Harsh Thakur out there, these two have played so much cricket together. They play for the same local side as well. Just know each other's games so well. I would have loved to see them in partnership. And I think if Zafar was out there with Harsh Thakur, he would have been able to keep his level head. Nonetheless, he's in at number 9 and doing a job for his side.
Bowling very straight here, Lungameni, keeping it back of a length. This is what he does very well, Lungameni, consistently trying to cramp the batter for room. Saad Zafar going down to have a quick chat. The senior of the 2. Played a lot of cricket for Canada. Very level-headed character.
Yeah, and I think he saw Shivam Sharma practice the pull shot. And he said, no, put that back in the locker, please. Or maybe not. Or maybe not.
Goes wider this time, Lingameni. Short, wide. Had a bit of extra bounce on it. Don't want to manage just a feather on it. Here's a fielder at deep third. So if you're going to middle it, you got to middle it well. There's the pull shot. And it's in the gap as well. Up for the challenge this time, Shivam Sharma, and Saad Zafar goes and congratulates him on that one.
Yeah, maybe I was wrong. Maybe the word was, don't just practice it, play it. He is waiting back, isn't he, Shivam Sharma? He's just, a lot of that weight is on that back foot, just waiting for that.
It's a very interesting shot, isn't it? It kind of reminds me of lacrosse a little bit, the way he just held that pose at the end. I suppose when you're playing for Canada, it doesn't hurt to bring a bit of lacrosse into it.
I was going to say, half our viewers are going to have no idea what lacrosse is.
It's the official national sport of Canada, lacrosse. There's a stick with a little net at the end of it. And there's a ball that you play with. Very similar to, I suppose, soccer field hockey, except you've got a stick with a net on it. And there are 2 goals, one on either end. So yeah, those of you who did not know that, official sport, national sport of Canada, lacrosse, alongside ice hockey, of course. Again, standing deep in his crease, Saad Zafar. He knows Lungameni is targeting that back of the length. He just wants to give himself that little bit of room to be able to open up square of the wicket. 7 runs off the over, 44 overs gone. It's 179 for 7.
They're 1 157 for 7. Remember, after 40 overs, they're now 179 for 7. So 22 runs coming off 4 overs here with minimal risk. Just what's needed. This partnership is exactly what the doctor ordered for Canada. Saad Zafar, no idea what he's doing at number 9, 22 off 27. Shivam Sharma, 14 off 22. And Manali, just the top order, you would have to say they got into their innings, didn't they? Just weren't able to carry on, and that's put themselves in the position that they are. 99 for 1 they were, 140 for 7. They're now 179 for 7.
Two batters decide to step on the gas. Say the last 2, maybe 3 overs should do it. As long as they can continue to go at about 4 to 5 runs in these next 2 overs. Down the track and placed perfectly. Saad Zafar showing all of his abilities with the bat today. And an expensive over for J.J. Smith. 45 overs gone. It's 187 for 7.
Yeah, turning a good over into a great over for Canada there. Saad Zafar just coming down the track. Needs to get it over that offside. Midoff was in the ring. And once he got it over them, it's going to be 4 runs all day. Brilliant bit of batting from Saad Zafar. Again, they've got 30 runs off the last 5 overs. So going at 6 runs and over after the 40th over. with minimal risk. And again, this is why I was so surprised. I'm going to keep bringing it up, Manali, why he did not bat at number 7, Saad Zafar. As we see Lungamini, he's going to bowl out. He's 2 for 40 off his 9.
Down the track, and this time is Shivam Sharma. There is a big gap through that offside. Hasn't really timed it well enough, though. We'll come back for 2 runs here.
Yeah, Dylan Liker there. He had a long way to run to haul that one in, but it is 2 runs. As you see the man on screen, Saad Zafar, he's been the one that has really put some momentum back in this innings for Canada.
And going back to the conversation that we were having of being able to switch from T20 cricket to 50 over cricket, and you brought up bowling. Good call this, Saad Zafar. Early call, as they'll steal a single here. Extra bit of bounce on this from Lungameni. And just going back to that, I mean, you going from a 4 over spell to 10 over spell is very different. The amount of fitness that requires, the amount of concentration that requires. You didn't play a lot of T20 cricket back in the day, played a lot of 50 over cricket. Was it towards the latter part of your career that T20 cricket was in the forefront?
Yeah, certainly. And I think even beyond the fitness aspect of it, it's the mental aspect of it that's even more important.
Too short, too wide, and cut away. Just be the 1 run, but turning out to be a couple of tidy overs for Canada here. Namibia just leaking some runs. You'd expect that towards the death end of an innings. They just want to try and close these singles and doubles as much as they can here, Namibia. Getting very close to that 200 mark. There's a bit of scoreboard pressure when you pass that 200 mark. It's just a mental bit of awareness that we've got to get through 200s here. And again, a quick single. Very loud, Saad bin Zafar, when he calls for that quick single.
Yeah, this is good cricket. This has been a brilliant partnership between these two. 50 partnership has come up as well. So 52 runs for this partnership. 29 off 32 for Saad Zafar, 20 off 27. And just to finish the point on the T20 and ODI debate, I speak about the mental aspect, especially as a batter. T20 cricket, you play a couple dot balls, you almost have to go for the 3rd or 4th delivery because you need the runs on the board. The balls start adding up. In ODI cricket, you have the luxury of time.
Pulled away. And pulled away all the way right onto the Toblerone. That's going to go for 6. Turning out to be a very important knock here from Saad bin Zafar for Canada.
Yeah, he's ruining the figures of Lungamini here. It was short. It was in the arc. It's a long boundary out there, but he got it well. And everybody there, I think 3 or 4, 5 individuals saying it was all 6. The umpire says, I got it. Thank you very much. Yeah, 2 for 51 now, Lungamini.
Just starting to lose their line of length here, the Namibians. A few too many free deliveries. Calls for catch it, and that should be the end of Saad bin Zafar. It's Trumpelman who takes his 3rd catch today. And a big wicket this. Lungameni will pick up his 3rd wicket. And they break a very important partnership at an important time here in Namibia.
Yeah, against Saad Zafar. It was a big over, wasn't it? And you got to finish the over. Just looking to make it a huge over for his side. And a simple catch for Trumpelman. He's been in the action all day today, Ruben Trumpelman. Saad Zafar has to walk back. 35 off 34. 4 4s and 1 6. A very important knock, but they needed him to carry on and see the side through to the 50th over. Canada now in danger of being bowled out.
198 for 8. 2 wickets to go for Namibia and 4 overs for Canada to try and utilize to get some more runs on the board. Shahid Ahmedzai, the new batter out of the middle, we know he's got ability with the bat as well. Picked more for his bowling, but he'll want to try and get some bat and ball today. Try and cross over that 200 mark, get close to 220. Still a long way away from that 250 mark that we said was going to be par on the surface. But it'll give their bowlers something to come out and defend. It is going to be the tall left armer.
Go.
Just asking for a new pair of gloves here. Shivam Sharma. It's been a decent 20 off 27 from him. He's anchored well with Saad bin Zafar before he fell the over before.
We had a fall of a wicket, Manali. It's been about 5 minutes since that wicket's gone. Everybody was ready and then asked for a change of gloves.
It's all mental. It's a mental game. It's going to be wide to start, and this time it's wide on the offside. He doesn't look very happy here, Trumpleman. All he can do is smile and shake his head.
Yeah, it's a wry smile, isn't it, from Trumpleman? He's been in the mix here. And there again through the offside from Shivam Sharma. JJ Smith just asking us, just confirming that it was a wide. I think it might have been, but I like the strategy from Trumpleman coming around the wicket, Manali, just looking to get into the block hole of Shivam Sharma.
I'm just going to ask your opinion on that earlier, actually, because that first over, he did not want to change. He continued to bowl wide after wide after wide. What would you suggest for a pace bowler? Continue the angle you're coming with?
Well, just the experience from him, right? He knows what he's doing. He's had a lot of overs under his belt, especially with a new ball. There's a thick outside edge, and there's the wicket of Ahmedzai. He's going to fall first ball. And Canada now in real trouble. I said they're going to need 20 to 30 more than 200. They're 200 for 9 now with Kaleem Sana about to walk out. Ahmedzai finds that outside edge and gives Trumpleman the wicket.
He's worked hard for this, Trumpleman. Bowled a very good line this time and just leaves his bat out to hang. Green, exceptional behind the stumps. Diving to his left. It's a duck today for Shahid Ahmedzai. And Canada, while they've crossed over that 200 mark, in a lot of trouble here. Kaleem Sana can whack a few, but certainly no batter. Trouble here. Big trouble for Canada. Again, the 200 is a good mental note to pass over. Green just seems to be in a little bit of discomfort out there. Zane Green, just maybe the way he landed as he took that catch.
And maybe just winded himself there. Sometimes when you dive in full stretch, you don't have your arms to protect you on that landing. But a brilliant take. Zane Green. Love the green gloves too, just matching the name. But yeah, I expect Ruben Trumpelman here to go for the block hole and try and get the last wicket and bowl out Canada. It'll be a brilliant end to his day. Didn't start off that well. I would love to end it with 2 wickets.
It's going to be a dot to follow. Watchful Kaleem Sana. And 9 wickets down doesn't really give you the freedom to be able to play your shots. You've always got that fear of being bowled out at the back of your mind. Canada have missed out on that late push had they had wickets in hand. It's a loose delivery. Low full toss. Just slipping out of the hands for Ruben Trumpelman. I suppose this is where they've missed out on having Dylan Haliger in the deep as well. This is where he would have come in and been able to struck a few lusty blows. Back of a length. And cramped again, Kaleem Sana.
Yeah, and I see a change in the field. I think he was asking Jan Freiling to come in to the ring. But they got 3 men out now on the leg side. Deep backward square leg. Cow corner, deep mid wicket, and a man at long on. Expect this to be full.
A good over for Trumpelman. Closes it with a dot. 47 overs gone, 200 for 9.
Yeah, just that point on Haliger. I think it's just offers that strength of the back end of an innings. You expected that with Buttar as well, and I just think he batted out of place. I think he didn't know which way to go about it. Do I go hard as my normal game, as my regulation game, what I know, or do I just try and bat out a few overs? And he just seemed to be in 2 minds and fell doing so. He survived an LBW appeal, allowed LBW appeal, and we thought on replay should have been given. And he did fall to Lofty Eaton. And now it's down to Shivam Sharma, really. He needs to get a few hits in, get a few boundaries. They need to find a way to get to 220, 230. It's a tall, tall ask from here and 3 overs left. But J.J. Smith, it's going to be his last over. I thought they might need to find an over for somewhere. And only the way it's going, I don't think they will. Might be wrapped up in the next 2 overs here.
Pulled away. It's in the air a long time, but in the gap, it's going to run away for 4. Again, just holding that shot. It's almost a checked pull shot from Shivam Sharma. He doesn't quite follow through that shot. I don't think he'll be too concerned about how he's playing it because he's now picked up 2 boundaries in a similar fashion.
Yeah, we talk about the punch drive. This is a punch pull, isn't it, from Shivam Sharma? And I would like to see the fine leg back if they are going to bowl short to him.
Yeah.
Good length this time from J.J. Smith. And this will be the contest now. J.J. Smith to Kaleem Sana.
That'll be 1 leg.
Yet to get off the mark. He's faced 4 deliveries in the over before. Well, the fact of the matter is they need runs.
And I don't think Kaleem Sana needs a license. I've seen him at a couple of times. He likes to hit the ball. Typical fast bowler. Enjoys his batting. Might not have the ability to stay out there for long, but does have the ability to clear the boundary. Just Erasmus and Smith making sure they get their field right to him. Slip in place as well.
Oh, just dropped short of the fielder at slip. I'm not sure what he's thinking with that shot, knowing that there's a slip in place.
I think he wrapped him on the bottom hand there. I don't think he was trying to get it there. Just trying to tap this into the offside and get the single. Get the strike back to Shivam Sharma, the right thing to do. Luckily for him, that's not his bowling hand, so he should be okay.
Well, there's a delivery. Oh, and I think we might have a serious injury here. JJ Smith looks to be in a lot of bat, and it's just the first game of this series.
I think it's his ankle right there. Just maybe jarring that ankle. I don't know if it twisted there, but I think he just jarred that ankle on that back foot. Sorry, on the front foot there. He reached down right away. He was in a lot of pain. Just that ankle, the landed ankle, the front ankle. Seems to be okay, though. He's smiling. He's moving around. Thought he took a sniper bullet to the ankle there for a second.
You gotta love how dramatic pace bowlers can be sometimes. He really went down. I thought there might have been a twist or something. Nothing on the replay. Back to bowling. Back to his mark.
I will tell you, I've done that before, and sometimes when you land, especially if the landing's soft, you tend to just jar that ankle, and it's a shooting pain that just goes straight up your leg. But once you get to moving around, it seems to go away pretty quickly.
He does have a pretty braced knee, doesn't he, on that front leg? Doesn't quite straighten it, doesn't get up and over it. And when it's so bent, as you've mentioned, the chances of jarring it are a bit higher because you're almost locking into it.
He seems to be okay. 2 deliveries to go in the spell, but he's a very important man for Namibia, isn't he?
Safe again from Shivam Sharma. Again, checking on that pull. And he'll pick up another run. But yes, absolutely. JJ Smith, very important part of this Namibian side. Bat and ball provides all-round ability. He still seems to be in a lot of discomfort, though. Just grimacing as he walks back to his mark.
You can't risk him. Can't risk Smith. Fine leg was back for Shivam Sharma. Just the off-cutter. Didn't have the pace to get to fine leg. He's been brought in the ring now for Kaleem Sana. Long on has been sent back. And yeah, he's certainly still just having a look at that ankle. He's just got 1 delivery to get through.
Into the offside for another single. And end of the 48th over. It's 2:08 for 9.
Yeah, he's still feeling that ankle. Don't know if he should have completed that over if he was in as much pain as he looks right now. I suspect he'll walk straight off. And he's not happy. As we have a look at the worm there. Again, that middle from just around the 23rd over to the just before the 40th over as well. They lost a lot of wickets in clumps. Six wickets. A lot in pairs. Again, it's the last thing you need, especially in one-day cricket, is to lose wickets in clumps. And they've done so. Canada, it's really halted this innings. We hope JJ Smith is okay. We'll see if we can get word on him before the second innings. 2 overs to go. Trumpelman to bowl out his 10th over.
Punch down the ground. single to start the over, Kaleem Sana. This is decent from Sana. He knows he's got to bring Sharma on strike. Just shy of 2 overs to go in the contest. We haven't seen a lot of boundaries per se, and I'm just wondering if they're saving it for that final over, but they need to get over that 220 mark.
Yeah, and I was about to say, off the last J.J. Smith delivery, I was surprised they took the single. Would have liked to see Shivam Sharma on strike against Trumpelman. No damage done. Sana gets off strike first delivery.
That's a wide. And he looks surprised, but it's definitely wide of that blue line. Takes the pace off of it, just didn't have the right line.
Yeah, wasn't too happy there with Sean Haig. It was Ruben Trumpelman. He's pulled a fair few wides today. Something he's got to have a look at. Hasn't really cost them, has it? The extras in this game, Namibia, so far, but...
Good shot. Just a single, though. Just protection in the deep as he picks out the only fielder at deep cover.
And again, I think it is a matter of just saying no to a couple of these singles here for Shivam Sharma in these last 2 overs. I've seen the likes of Tim David do it without out-and-out batsmen at the other end. I think for Shivam Sharma, he's got to say no and try and get a couple boundaries in here.
I don't think he needed to say no. This is going to clear by some distance. Kaleem Sana getting into the action, and he's put it away for 6.
Strike left arm seamer against strike left arm seamer. And Kaleem Sana said, Arslan Kadir, you have no idea what you're talking about because I'm going to hit this one straight down the ground for 6. What a brilliant shot that is from Kaleem Sana. And you can just see the joy in Shivam Sharma's face at that shot. I tell you, he wasn't happy with Sean Haig after that wide. He's going to be steaming after this shot. Ruben Trumpelman.
Just waiting to get the ball back. Excellent shot this, though, from Kaleem Sana at a much-needed time for Canada. Very close to that 220 mark with an over and a half to go. This is a good late push from the tail-enders. And a single into the offside. Playing well here, Kaleem Sana.
Yeah, 2 to go here for Trumpelman. And again, it just seems he finds his rhythm for a few deliveries, bowls well, and then just sort of gets himself out of it. The wides certainly haven't helped. He's got to finish this over strong.
Pace off again, low full toss, and they'll just manage a single.
It's been a handy knock here from Shivam Sharma, 29 off 33. He was brilliant in partnership with Saad Zafar. Came in at number 8. Surprisingly at number 8, I thought. But he's done the job for the side. They'll get to the 220 mark, you suspect here. They're 219 for 9 with 7 deliveries to go.
That's a good delivery. To finish off his spell, goes full and wide. And it's a dot to round off the 49th over. 1 for 60 in his 10 overs, Trumpelman. He's struggled on and off throughout this entire innings with his spell. Does get the 1 wicket, though. 49 overs gone. It's 219 for 9. Canada into their final over. They'll need a few lusty blows in this one to try and get close to that 250 mark that we said was going to be par.
Yeah, I suspected a couple overs ago they wouldn't need to find an over from somewhere. They are now, in this partnership, 19 off 16. Just what the doctor ordered in the latter half of this innings. They needed to get to above 220. They're going to likely get there now. And Shivam Sharma, he's going to have spin to go up against in that of Lofty Eaton. He's going to have to bowl out the final over. He's bowled well today, 2 for 22. Had a lot of work in the field as well, Lofty Eaton. He's been in the action all day.
A slight delay as Shivam Sharma gets his gloves back on. Pulled away in Shivam Sharma style, but he won't get to the boundary this time. It's a really good catch in the deep. It's Ben Shikongo in for JJ Smith, and he does really well to hold on to this. Lofty Eaton's going to pick up his third wicket, and that's going to round off the Canadian innings.
Close.
Yeah, the leg